with the gratis for those counting at home. As Smeb might need to watch out. Zinzao waiting in the brush. The heroic charge does come in here, then he's just dead. Steadfast presence goes down, and it's not going. Viper and Lahens are looking for this gang onto Yuumi. Sorry, onto the Sivir. Prey gets under the turret though, and the final chapter's in the wrong spot. Tarzan's going to join up. You and Me is there, and Prey is going to fall down under the turret, but the
KT were on Rift Herald, so a little bit poor to see Prey go down there. He should have disengaged a little bit early.
Yeah, wasn't actually quite able to get past.
Re-engage.
Okay, Snowflower in trouble as Tarzan's going to get knocked up by the depth charge. Snowflower goes back in, has himself the stopwatch's score, is trying to lumber his way forward. The flash to get Snowflower out of trouble. True Shot Barrage finishes off the kill, and now the minion waves here, and Score has to get the hell out of dodge. Another great You and Me as there's the belly bob. Score goes golden as well to keep him alive, but the flash from Tarzan. Audacious charge gets in. Wind becomes lightning, and a double kill for Griffin. And now this turret's going to go down. 12 minutes on the clock, so all of those turret plates going over to this Ezreal Yuumi lane.
Opened up an insanely massive gold lead. There's 6,000 gold ahead already.
Yep, you were talking about the double klepto, but I think this goes a little bit beyond that. Sword up towards the top side, we were talking about this lane turning, but the whole game.
Make sure they're not getting dove. Otherwise, look at this.
Yep, that is just the last Q landing, and Viper's going to pick up the solo kill onto Prey. Well, felt like a solo kill. There was a cheeky little Yuumi that started
Legendary
that one.
History, there's not the Ashe, it's not the
Doesn't
Jhin.
have a bow and arrow, Papa Smithy.
It's not the Ezreal itself.
The Prey champions is Smeb. He's looking for it. You and Me does come out. He wants the Yuumi. There is the ultimate as Score finds it, but the final barrel's going to do it. Explosive card. Yeah, well, Smeb's going to flash very early in this one, but the Prowling Projectile does find him regardless. It's going to take a while to kill the Poppy, but he's still definitely dead. Score might follow the same fate, though. He's going to get knocked up underneath his turret. So much displacement as he flashes eventually. Snowflower just trying to tank the turret for his team, and does so beautifully.
It feels like he's just cheating. It just feels like he has more gold than anyone we've seen. I don't think he's high rolling on Klepto. I think he's just getting every CS and killing people. And you're like, oh, not much is happening here. He also had the Kai'Sa pop-up game, so...
Yeah, and he might just be popping off right here as the final chapter comes in once again. That's the route. Onto Score, going down low, but there from downtown, Viper comes in. Does land the True Shot Barrage, and now the fight is on. Prey has a spell shit in the backline, goes into his stasis, but Sword has found him in that backline. The Yuumi falls, but I think the damage may have been done. Now Viper coming in to try and clean this one up. He's got full health, and he's looking for more. Tarzan grabs that kill. Chovy comes into the back. So much damage. See whether they can get some vision over the wall. You can see that blue trinket is available for Prey, but he's just not going to be able to get to this pit. You can see Chovy, he jumps over the wall, trying to spot out to see where the score was actually going to be. Prey and Smeb underneath this turret is not going to be enough to stop this push from Griffin. Sword still doing a lot of damage here to Smeb, stacking up that Black Cleaver. As Viper is going to tear this turret apart. Meanwhile, fight on towards the top side as Chovy's diving in. Steadfast presence is there. No, it's just the ult from Tarzan. The dive in from BDD, landing the Qs to get the knockouts. But Tarzan is still so strong. He does have the World Ender. 30% of his health bar is still there. Infernal Chains are going to land, but BDD can't do it by himself. It's a double kill for Viper as he's continuing to land every skill shot. Triple kill for the Ezreal on the back end. That's the ace, and this may just be the game if the death timers aren't too short for them to end it.
And they might be Atlas, but you know the game is all but academic. These fights from Griffin are very much not even coming in at the right time, not even fully 5-man committing.
We saw how heavy the wallet is, Papa Smithy. They're just smacking him with it over and over again.
There's
nothing
right?
they can do.
This is a team fight comp from KT. They're definitely set up to win. That's why they're competitive. Many thousand golds down until they're not.
Yep, and Chovy survives in amongst 3 people for far too many seconds for KT's liking. BDD eventually finishes him off, but it's just...
Now we're just waiting for the closeout here, the gold lead. 18,000 in 26 minutes. Pushing 2 lanes. As you can see, Smeb holding things on his other side.
Yep, final chapter does come in once again. Viper with the QSS gets himself out of the way, landing the Mystic shots here as they're just looking for the disengage. That was the engage attempt from KT, and it did not work. Smeb losing the 1v1 on the bottom side of the map, but KT at least hold on to 2 of their inhibitor turrets. The Baron buff going to be available again in 45 seconds. Prowling Projectile looking for more. BDD has a health bar again, but it's slowly getting chipped away, being melee against this comp. It's so hard. True Shot Barrage over 3 as Tarzan dives in. Audacious Charge picks up the kill as in goes the Akali into the backline, and the Ezreal's there for the cleanup. Gigantic Perfect execution into the back line. And now Smeb has to watch on. The rest of his team are in the death chamber. Nexus turrets will fall, and yes, Smeb, you're tanky. You can't do anything here. Helicopter comes out, and now Griffin will finish the game. 20-5, game one, all about Griffin. KT, back to the drawing board.
20 kills in 28 minutes, 20,500 gold lead. But no, we continue to roll around. It seems like it's Aatrox top, Zoe mid, and that Pike in the 80 carry position for Griffin. Heal. But it is a Guardian between the duo.
Yeah, Buffer block coming in here as another Bone Skewer comes out. Snowplow already down to half health, did get the Aftershock, and that's what keeps him alive, but not for long. Heal comes out eventually, that's going to be first blood at level 1. Aurelia to the tune of a very small amount. As far as cooldown, but
he missed
the Undertow, picks up the axe, however, still gets the flash out and lands the second one. Good knockup comes in from Sword. Umbral dash, but now the twin Disciplines comes in and scores, looking for that kill. Gets the follow-up. First blood goes to Griffin, but Permafrost is here. Score now looking for Sword. This himself out of the way. Ocean Drake at 5.5 minutes. Pretty good one here for Griffin with almost everyone on the map apart from Sword. Is now food for Griffin.
They're going to return to him.
Yep, they'll dive on forward. Snowflower in trouble as Viper comes in with the death from below. Does give Yuumi a big old assist with some extra. The deep water dive heading forward as the prowling projectile lands. BDD immediately with the cleanse. It's a 2-for-1 special on that Sleepy Trouble Bubble as well.
How about a 5-for-5? Yep. See that now.
We're going to try and find the ultimate from Score, and he lands it onto Sword. Sword ults, tries to get himself out. Doesn't quite get too much out from Griffin's ultimate from the Yuumi, but otherwise they're still going to start off this fight. That's going to be the death from below landing. Only one reset, however, as BDD gets turned on. Emperor's Divide was decent, but the Zoe gets the double kill. Olaf finishes it off as Snowflower, last man standing, and the Lux gets...
Aatrox doesn't get the passive reset here, so the Bloodwell isn't available for Sword because he wasn't available to get an assist.
On the going to be under fire. Griffin looking for more turret plates in the last 20 seconds that they have. That bubble was incredible. Lands on a Snowflower as well. Squishy in the backline. Bone Skewer is what procs the extra damage and does a whole lot onto Snowflower there. Meanwhile, the jig is up onto Smeb in the backline. He's looking for Sword, but in goes Viper. Gets the flash, gets the stun. First kill comes down. Now the Pike looking for more. Final spark, not going to be enough. Emperor's Divide is gigantic. Into the backline is now Sword. Has to pick up the mantle of the damage, and damn does he have it. There he goes. Chovy dives underneath the turret to pick it up. And Griffin, they have damage from everywhere. Umbral dash on the back part of the walls. Real nice. And the triple kill for Chovy. To kill, we're just not sure of his character just yet. We know 007's James Bond and 009 is going to be Sean Bean, but here we can see a fight towards the top side. BDD able to get a bit of work done. Good flash to get out of the way of the death from below. Snowflower with the shields work. Clutch is now Prey trying to get in here. Sword comes down with the teleport. Prey's getting some damage through, and you can see the value of these shields is very high. Redemption comes in. That's going to be one that Chovy had. And Score's now trying to turn this on Chovy. There's a lot of dollar signs coming up in his mind as Prey's going to be the sacrificial lamb.
There's nowhere to go except away, but so many people coming down to intercept them that someone had to die.
Jungle is concerned in almost 2,019 minutes.
Compared to game one, I agree with you, Alex. Something like Aatrox and Olaf would probably be able to roll it down bot side.
Yeah, final chapter comes in. That's going to be the stun out of Viper as well. Death from below is all too easy. Looking academic on this map for Griffin as they'll take down the inner turret. Pressure mounting around the map as inners in every lane are getting brutalized.
LCK fans everywhere getting flashbacks of a bad time, of a dark time, of a loss to G2 and a elimination from MSI. Deadly effective. Speaking of effective, Baron's low.
Yep, BDD had to run past the kiddie pool. The Baron does fall down. Sword, nice knock up. In fact, BDD is just getting booped around in this fight. The Emperor's Divide is there. BDD surviving for a long time, but Sword eventually grabs it. That's going to be the reset as well. Look at the gigantic damage of this Griffin squad. It's going to be their third ace of the game. The Umbral dash coming in from Sword. Doesn't have another one as Sword gets behind the wall, but he knows.
Tarzan just diving in, Chovy backing him up to kill Prey. Not a great day for Prey, not a great day for KT, and Score says goodbye, full roll.
Yeah, another death from below after the reset. And Griffin now circling. They are certainly worse than Sharks in the water right now. We're Australians, we know all about Sharks. He'll probably stop after he was super far ahead, because now the needlessly large rods and Machai is not necessarily core items as you get towards the mid-game, unless you're sitting at 0-0-18 like he is. Griffin will get rid of the last two remaining inhibitors, and now they're circling once again. This Nexus is... If I was that Nexus, I'd be real scared. If something going wrong, his score is going to go wide on the ultimate. Final chapter does come in. Smeth's looking for his fountain, but the Nexus turrets are going to fall. The You and Me gets Lands out of trouble. He is just dancing around KT so beautifully, and the Nexus is going to fall before any member of KT even goes down. Griffin with utter...
Like to avoid.
Absolutely, and equal first with Kingzone at the moment. So a Griffin in spring season would have been outright first at this stage, but not to be the case just yet, having fallen already. It was just a very, very fast series, and we're already up to the MVP interview, so let's throw it over to Jisa.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisa with today's interview translation, and we're going to be hearing from Viper, Lehan's from Griffin, climbing up to the first place. Bot lane was the key of Griffin today, so how was today's game? Well, it has been a while since we played in LCK. We had a bit of a break, so it feels really nice to pick up a win. And Yumi was awesome on your side. So Lehan, how do you rate your Yumi by yourself? I'm trying to play champions that are good at not getting cut out. And Yumi, her biggest strength is not getting cut out, so... Well, if I don't get cut out, it's easier for my players to win, so with Viper, I'm really confident with this pick. So Viper, is Lehan's okay to talk a lot? Yes, I agree.
자, 1세트는 이즈와의 조합이 굉장히 환상적이었어요. 경기 마지막쯤에 KT가 정말 잘 밀고 들어왔었는데
KT actually opened a very good fight. However, Griffin was already in a big lead, so how was that team fight overall? Well, we had a team fight over there, so I was like rushing down. But they went all in to me, so I thought it was a little bit very dangerous, but we kind of did well, and we were able to pick up a win over there. So were you confident in that fight? I'm always confident, so I knew that we were going to win. Fantastic teamwork from your bot laners. And Ezreal pick up a triple kill and end up the game in number 1. Game number 2 is Pyke and Yumi. It was actually once in other league, so did you guys prepare in advance? Just as we locked in Yumi, I really wanted to play Pyke, so we were waiting for them to finish their bot composition. Viper, you are good at both AD carries and non-AD carries. Ezreal, Sivir, Lucian, Pyke, so there are a lot of competition available with Yumi, so what's your favorite? We actually tried with Vlad as well, but I think Pyke Yumi is the best. Well, it's really slow to play with AD carry champions, but it's really fast to play with Yumi and Pyke. What about you, Lehan? As a player for Yumi, what's your favorite composition? Well, I like every situation that I get to play Yumi, so except Vayne, because Viper actually prefers Vayne a lot, so except Vayne, I'm always happy. So Lehan, your Yumi is on 3-0. And your next opponent will be SK Telecom. Huge hype going around. Are we gonna see another Yumi? Yes, I never get cut out on Yumi, so I guess I'm gonna play Yumi. Congratulations once again on your MVP, and Viper. How are we gonna prepare the SKT series?
SKT 경기도 오늘처럼
Just as today, I'm gonna do my best to pick up a win.
인터뷰 감사합니다, 여러분. 두 분 이 자리에 함께 모시기를 오랫동안
We have
기다렸습니다.
waited for a long time to see the entire bot duo on the MVP interview stage, and thank you very much for this interview.
네, 오늘 인터뷰 감사하고요. 고생 많으셨습니다. 축하드립니다.
Thanks very much, Ji-sun, for the interview translation. Great to hear from bottom lane of Griffin as well. Understated as usual, despite what they did on Summoner's Rift being as far to the opposite of that as you can get.